Okay, class, picking up where we left off at, we're at g, where we have f minus g of x. So this is the same as saying f of x minus g of x. So now, according to the directions that you can look at in your course pack, f of x is equal to 3x minus 4, and we'll put that in parentheses, minus g of x, which is equal to x squared minus x minus 5. Okay, now, we basically do this like we've done problems previously. There's no exponent on the outside of the parenthesis, nothing to multiply on the outside, and nothing to combine on the inside. So we would drop the first parenthesis and write this as is, 3x minus 4. And because we have a minus sign on the outside of this parenthesis, we change the sign of everything inside of this parenthesis. So it'd be negative x squared plus x plus 5. Now, we need to combine the like terms. Negative x squared, we know will go first, and it's by itself. We have positive 3x plus x. 3x plus x is a positive 4x. Then we have negative 4 plus 5, which will give us positive 1. So our final answer here is negative x squared plus 4x plus 1. Okay, now, if you look over here at h, we basically have the same type of problem, except for x is replaced by 1. So basically, we could take this answer here, and this was stated by Scott earlier. We could take this answer here that we got for g and just substitute in 1 for x. So we could do it like this here. Let's just say f of x, well, wait a minute. Let's say f of 1, not f of x. So we could say f of 1 minus g of 1 is equal to a negative x squared plus 4x plus 1. And we will substitute in 1 for x. So now, we will have 1 squared in parentheses is 1, but we add this negative on the outside, so it'll be negative 1. 4 times 1 is a positive 4, then plus 1. Negative 1 plus 4 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So f of 1 minus g of 1 is just 4. Are there any questions? Yes.
We can do that both ways, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes, you can do it both ways if you so choose. Okay, now, we scroll to the next page. Now we have here example 5. It says the revenue and cost, both in millions of dollars, for Southwest Airlines at T years since 2000 can be modeled by the respective functions. We have R of t and we have C of t. So now it says find an equation, R minus C by hand. Now just to clarify this, R minus C by hand is the same as saying R of t minus C of t. That's what R minus C means. It's the same thing as what we've covered before. So because this can get quite lengthy, I'm going to use some of the space up here so that we will be able to subtract this down here. So we know R of t, we'll put that in parentheses. It'll be 183t squared minus 581t plus 5,964. And then that'll be minus C of t, which would be 102t squared minus 100t. And then that'll be plus 4,897. Now, just like we did in the previous problem from the previous page, there's nothing here that can be combined inside the parentheses, no exponents on the outside, and no numbers multiplying on the outside of these parentheses. So with this first value, we would drop the parenthesis. We have 183t squared minus 581t plus 5,964. Now Now, because this minus sign is in front of this parenthesis, we change the sign of everything inside this parenthesis. So we have a negative 102t squared plus 100t minus 4,897. So now we combine the like terms. 183t squared minus 102t squared will give 81t squared. Now we have a negative 581t plus 100t will give a negative 481t. And then we have a positive 5,964 minus 4,897. We can go off to the side. I will call up a calculator, but we can subtract this. So this would be 14, 15, 8. 14 minus 7 is 7. 15 minus 9 is 6. 8 minus 8 is 0. And 5 minus 4 is 1. So it'll be plus 1,067. So this is actually the equation that you would end up with when you do R minus C. Now, down here at the bottom with B, they want us to do this same equation, but this time they want us to substitute in 10. Now, we already found out what R minus C of T is, so we could take this formula here. We can do R of 10 minus C of 10, and we could just substitute it into this equation here. So we'll put in 10 wherever T appears. So now, 10 squared we know is 100. 81 times 100 is 8,100. 481 times 10 will give us 4,810. So it's minus 4,810 plus 1,067. Now, when we subtract this, here, we will have 8,100 minus 4,810, which will give us 3,290 plus 1,067. When we add this here, we will get 4,357. Now that is our answer here. However, we have to tell what it means. It means that in 2010, the profit for Southwest we can put airlines since it is airlines was 4,357, and that's millions or million. That is it. Any questions?